Howdy, Matthew Pizgatti. We're talking about EMP Detonator versus the DRIP Faucet today. And I wanted to talk about why I'm throwing extra funds into the detonator today and not Faucet as of yet. Now, it does require a one drip minimum to deposit into the faucet, and that had swayed my decision to deposit earlier because of how high the price was. I bought in at about 130. I didn't want to buy that high again while it was dropping. And I didn't have the free capital for a whole drip, so that led me to go into other things like the garden on the animal farm and EMP.Money and Seifu just to play around with a little bit there. Today, it's not the same reason because I do have the free capital. I could throw the 50 in. I'm not certain if we're headed back up or not. Now, on the swap, as far as drip goes, so that's kind of my apprehension at the moment. We saw a little bit of some peaks here, but overall, we're still on this kind of steady decline. Now, I'm on, kind of comparing the different prices or different places where we can compare the price. I am seeing it start to level off today, which is really good. Leveling off to really around this 55. I haven't seen it drop below 55 on CoinMarketCap for at least the last day. And so we're seeing some horizontal movement there. That's a pretty good sign. It may have found enough support to start heading back up. We will have to see if that's the case. But it is starting to kind of level off. For selfish reasons, however, I'm waiting to see if it's going to start swinging back up before I add any more to drip or the garden, the faucet or the garden. And for selfish reasons, I'd like to see it reach some of the lows it reached previously. I wouldn't mind seeing like a 20 and everyone kind of panicking off of it. Because I think then we're going to start seeing, if we hit those levels again, I think we'll start seeing a heavy horizontal. And not only that, but anyone who has the capital, even the previous whales who have been in it, are going to heavily buy back in. That's my prediction. Remember, I'm not an expert on any of this, and this is not financial advice for you. This is not advising you what to do with your funds, and I'm not an expert in this sphere of crypto or investing in general. But my completely amateurish opinion, that's what I think would happen, is if it hits definitely around that low, that would definitely be the floor if it's not this 55 area. But we're seeing a lot of support right here. I don't want to say it is 100% where that we're going to hit right now because I see a pretty good horizontal movement here around 120, but then it did dip below 120 and it kept going. And you see there's a couple little points like that. So we may just be at another one of those little segments. So for all of those reasons, which are obviously selfish, at the end of the day, crypto is a solo sport, as they like to say. Even though we build teams and we're sharing not advice because we can't offer financial advice because we're not financial advisors. But you can kind of chat with your friends. We can all be a community and talk about what we're doing and form a consensus and in the Telegram chat. And some of us disagree. Some are buying in now. Some are selling off. But at the end of the day, it's a solo sport, and you do what you want to do with it. It's your money. So whatever sounds good to you, that's the direction you go, and that's what you should do. Do your own research every time. But for all of those reasons, I am throwing a little bit more into the detonator today. Why else would I be throwing into the detonator? Well, there's no minimum deposit amount, so I don't have to deposit a whole drip or a whole EMP. EMP is only 64 cents, so you do end up depositing probably at least that much. Although this is the LP token, this is EMP paired to the Ethereum, so it is a little higher than that. But yeah, EMP is only 64 cents because remember it is pegged to Ethereum. So I'm losing my train of thought here. Oh yes, I'm going into the detonator further. One, because there's no minimum. Two, because there's this awesome lottery system, and every time I throw some in here, I'm hoping to be the guy that day that's going to get the 21,000. There's a countdown in 3.5 hours. We'll see. Everyone on my YouTube channel will be the first to know if that happens, as I will definitely post about it because that's awesome, and the majority of it would go back into this awesome protocol here as well. So I'm interested in that. I'm going to throw in about 60 something bucks will give me about 4 tickets. Each ticket is around 12.44 equivalent today in US dollars, because it's 0.15 of an EMP, or I'm sorry, of the LP token. Additionally, what's really cool about that, or one reason I'm throwing in more, is that I could be getting a ticket every day if my daily burst here was at least equal to that 0.15. So I'd really like to get up to that where I'm earning the 0.15 a day, because then even without adding additional capital, I'm just getting a chance at the lottery every day when I compound. I think when you compound, actually, due to the way the savings work, it's like 0.12 or 0.13. 0.12 actually gets you a ticket. It doesn't have to be the 0.15 when you're compounding. So that's awesome. I'd like to get to that point where I'm getting a ticket every day. They are below peg right now as well, which can be a good time to enter into the system, and of course to buy bonds, which you can redeem again once they're above peg, because they're below peg right now. I think somebody was selling off a bunch of EMP or something, not really following the best strategy, but it will easily recover probably, maybe after the weekend, is what I would guess, and it'll be back above peg, and then people will redeem their bonds, which will burn more EMP, and just, or I'm sorry, purchasing these will burn EMP and help push above peg, and then they'll redeem these whenever they feel like they're high enough above peg to make a little profit, and that's cool. But back to the detonator. I'm going to go ahead and zap in, and I already have the amount that I wanted to place, which is about 178. I'm going to click Let's Go, and this is where the zap process starts. And, oh, I closed my MetaMask window. Where are you at? There it is. And now remember, that zap process takes just a moment, and that is because it is actually running multiple transactions on the back end. It's usually only about 70 cents in transaction fees from me, but we could check that. And so it's taking just a moment to get that done. Let's see. It's asking me to confirm. All right, yeah, so I've zapped in, and it looks like my rewards already popped up. And now I'm going to be getting about 365 a day, so I'm going to wait until this timer's almost done, and then I'll get my 365 equivalent, but it's 0.04 of this LP token. You can see my max payout has gone up. I can now get up to 1,105 equivalent US dollar out, but 13.3 is how much I can get out max of the system now. So just like the faucet, this goes up as we deposit. And I have 5 lottery tickets, so I'll be on the voice chat on the Telegram in that 3.5 hours, kind of keeping up with everybody, and I'll come refresh this page and see if I won. That's always exciting to see if if you were the one or not. I only have 5 tickets out of 1,253, but that's actually pretty good odds, I think. So I'm excited. So now I'm making 365 around equivalent at this price. I'm making 0.04 a day that I can compound back into the detonator, and then in turn that continues to make 1% up to 365% like the faucet. So that's my update. I decided to go a little bit further into the detonator, and then I think with the little bit I have left, because Seifu's still a little bit I have left, a little bit I was planning on using, I'm going to throw a little more into Seifu. Don't need to make a separate video for that, so I will just do that while I'm here live filming the end of this one. And I want to leave some for gas for compounding. I must have left a lot for compounding last time. I didn't realize I still had about 60 in there. How much do I want to throw at it? I'm going to put about another 0.01 BNB. I'm popping over here to the purchase, 01, just confirming the amount. Okay, that threw me off because I was looking at the maximum amount estimate there. I had to get up close to the screen and try to figure out why it was showing such a high amount. It says that's going to be an estimated 1 cent. Go ahead and confirm that transaction. And this should be adding Seifu to my wallet. And then remember, we really don't have to do anything. It's built into the contract, built into the tokenomics of just the token, that it auto-compounds in your wallet. People in the comments made that clear last time that we didn't actually have to connect to the website. It actually just it knows that you've bought it and it's in your wallet. So we only connect to the website as additional reference to see where we're at and see, if your amount's increasing and what the next time is that you should see a deposit, that sort of thing. Seems like it's taking a moment to increase my asset. And that one said success, but it didn't seem to go through. Trying this one more time, see if we can actually get tokens. Check this on the blockchain. And it's a loading. But yes, once this Seifu's in the wallet, it should be visible on the website, and I shouldn't have to do much else. And then we'll see what the increase is on my next update when I overview all of the places that I'm invested and where they are along the process as we follow the journey together here. The passive income crypto journey. See if lose everything or become epically wealthy. We just don't know. Connecting the wallet back. There we go. All right, 6646. So about 6 minutes, I'll get my next little bit. And now I'm about at 1.5 cents per 15 minutes, which is $8 every 5 days, rather than where I was, which was only about half a cent every 15 minutes. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that was a little informative as to why one might choose the EMP Detonator over the Faucet at the moment. Obviously, those who think that we've found the floor on DRIP are going to want to go ahead and they might be throwing in right now, which may be why we're seeing this support, of course. Still not dropped below 55. So we'll keep an eye on that today and the weekend and see if we start to see an upward swing. That would be really positive. But for the moment, I am going to watch this lottery today, see if I'm a lucky winner, and enjoy my $3.15 a day equivalent, which is more than I'm receiving out of the DRIP Faucet, because obviously these two tokens, one is pegged to Ethereum, and this is an LP token that is half Ethereum, so it's a good bit more stable. I'm not seeing as much of a dip or fluctuation, which I appreciate about this protocol. Yeah, as always, I appreciate the likes, subscribes. Hopefully the content's helpful. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.